Hello and welcome to a special election broadcast. It's phase 6 of polling in the Lok Sabha elections. I am Archana Salanki. Voting is underway in 58 seats across 6 states and 2 union territories. In the 6th phase, the voter turnout across 6 states and these 2 union territories has been recorded at approximately 25.76% as of 11 a.m. The key candidates in this phase include Manohar Lal Khattar of the BJP from Karnal in Haryana. Also in the fray is Naveen Jindal from Kurukshetra, who switched to the BJP just before the elections. Gurugram is also an important seat which will see a close contest between actor Raj Babbar, who's fighting on a Congress ticket, and Rao Inderjeet Singh, while Dipendra Hooda from the Congress is eyeing the Rohtak seat. Let's talk about Delhi now. Very, very important election in the national capital. Now, the Northeast Delhi constituency is among the keenly watched seats in this election. Two-time MP Manoj Tiwari of the BJP is pitted against Congress's Kanhaiya Kumar, while Sushma Swaraj's daughter Bansuri Swaraj is fighting her maiden election from the New Delhi seat. In UP, key candidates include BJP's Menaka Gandhi from Sultanpur, and Sambit Patra, who's been in the headlines for his comments lately, is contesting from the Puri Lok Sabha seat in Odisha. All right, let's get your ground update from the national capital. My colleague Shivani Bajaj is joining us from Lodhi Estate, which falls under the New Delhi constituency. Good afternoon, Shivani. The national capital is voting amid a yellow heat wave alert. What is the sense on ground? A lot is at stake for all the parties, especially the Aam Aadmi Party, because Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal was arrested and we've seen his campaign. The Aam Aadmi Party has consistently said, जेल का जवाब वोट से.
Well, Archana, it is indeed a very hot day here in New Delhi, but that is not stopping at least the VIP guests to come out of their homes and cast their votes. We saw where I am standing, Robert Vadra, Amitabh Kant, Niti Aayog members, right across the road, Priyanka Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi also cast their votes. But you're right, there is a yellow alert and the temperatures are set to go up to 44 to 45 degrees today in Delhi. But as all the VIP people who came here to vote did urge the people of Delhi to come out and vote in huge numbers. Now, you're right that it is a heated election campaign and a battle. Indeed, with Aam Aadmi Party and Congress fighting against BJP under the India bloc together. There is a seat sharing on the 7 seats. 4 our Aam Aadmi Party leaders are fighting on 4 of these seats and Congress is fighting on 3. And we saw recently in the morning today at around 11 o'clock, Arvind Kejriwal with his family reached the Civil Lines polling station to cast his vote. Now, it is also a heated battle because Arvind Kejriwal was, as you know, incarcerated for 50 days in the Tihar jail. Like a lot of other senior ministers of Aam Aadmi Party. But after coming out of the jail, Arvind Kejriwal has consistently been doing road shows saying that jail ka jawab vote se, as you rightly pointed out. The Aam Aadmi Party is believing that a sympathy wave will turn towards AAP and Aam Aadmi Party will send its maiden MPs from Delhi to the Lok Sabha. Now, we'll have to wait and watch, but it is a very tough contest, as you mentioned. New Delhi seat sees a sympathy towards Bansuri Swaraj also, who is the daughter of late BJP leader Sushma Swaraj. She's contesting against Aam Aadmi Party's Somnath Bharti here in New Delhi. Of course, a lot of other key important candidates from all the factions, including the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress and the BJP. Bansuri Swaraj is one, Kanhaiya Kumar is another, Somnath Bharti is an important candidate. Likewise, Praveen Khandelwal from Chandni Chowk is also a very important candidate.
All right, thank you, Shivani, for that update. We will continue to track these updates coming in from the national capital. Paytm's Vijay Shekhar Sharma also voted for the first time in Delhi after he moved his electoral ballot from his hometown in Aligarh. Let's listen in.
Look, India has a momentum and I want expansion of that momentum. And there is, I believe, the golden age that I'm privileged to be part of. My parents or the grandparents versus today, the world has changed and India is winning. So I wanted to amplify and commit to that win of India.
So this is your like how many times have you voted in your life till now?
Actually, earlier my vote was in Aligarh, so and on those days I would be like in Delhi. So this is my first vote. So I'm so elated.
Right. So you came to Delhi as a young student, and now Delhi has become your place. Do you feel that Delhi is becoming your Karma Bhumi now?
Absolutely, no doubt about it. I mean, this is the center of everything that you can say, and Delhi is the Karma Bhumi. I was so happy. Everybody inside is like so elated to vote. And that's truly the feeling. Today is the day when we define that we are contributing to the nation directly. Obviously, with our work, we do it ourselves. But today is the acknowledgement day in a way.
Right. So the new government is all set to form post 4th of June. For your fintech sector, which could be the key issues that the new government can come out and solve?
I believe that government has a right attention towards financial inclusion. A formal financial inclusion, formal economy is the truest way for India's growth. When India's growth reaches every nook and corner of the country, together we all of us grow. That is exactly what they are focused on, and I believe that there will be even more amplification of the same.
Right. So very lastly, sir, it has been kind of a tough year for Paytm, and we are seeing that from the past quite few months. Do you feel that now there could be some positive changes in your company and the entire environment?
Look, there is no doubt about it. Everybody goes through a learning phase. So I would rather put it as lots of lesson learned and lots of energy of support. So yes, there is always a better day ahead and a better day ahead.
All right, let's now go across to my colleague Ashmit, who's in the New Delhi constituency. Good afternoon, Ashmit. Yellow alert in the national capital as far as the IMD is concerned, the heat wave is concerned. You've been covering the ground update since the morning. Have you seen any dip in the voter turnout so far? How has the appeal, of the authorities to vote in as many large numbers resonated with the voters? What is the scene on ground at the moment?
Well, from the conversations that we've had with the voters, they're hoping for a dip in the temperatures. That's definitely not happening. But if the early voter turnout that we've seen since morning 7 a.m. is any indication, there do appear to be strong numbers of people showing up. We, in fact, we spoke to a lady who was wheelchair-bound, 89 years old, still making the effort, sending out that message to the broader public for coming out and participating as far as this electoral exercise is concerned. Right now, I'm coming to you from the Lions Vidya Mandir School. This is where, in a short while from now, the Chief Justice of India, Justice Chandrachud, is likely to cast his vote. We're coming from the Atal Vidya Mandir polling station. Both these polling stations fall within the New Delhi constituency. We've seen a lot of big faces, big corporate faces coming out to vote. We spoke to Mr. Rajan Mittal of Bharti Enterprises. We spoke to Harshpati Singhania of JK Paper. We spoke to Mr. Ratan Jindal of Jindal Stainless. We also, in fact, spoke to Mr. Siddharth Birla, the former FICCI president. All of them have been talking about India being on a cusp, and that the onus then falling on the new government to ensure that there is stability both on the economic, on the social front, that there is a lot of work being done on Digital India front that needs to be taken forward, that AI is, of course, the new trigger. That is a direction that the new government will have to work on. There was also, in fact, comment coming in from Mr. Rajan Mittal. He spoke of there being conversations and commentary on easing the GST framework in place, resolving some of the teething issues that are being faced. And that, in fact, is the early feedback that we're getting from some of the big corporate faces. These two, of course, constituting what within journalistic circles are known as the VIP polling stations. We'll, of course, continue to get the latest. But as far as the New Delhi constituency is concerned, this is a tight-pitched battle. On one hand, you have Basudhi Swaraj. She's, of course, claiming the legacy of her mother. On the other hand, of course, we have Somnath Bharti from the Aam Aadmi Party contesting these elections. So, of course, it is still not clear as to which way the wind is blowing. That, of course, we'll get to know only on June 4th. But clearly, as far as the voter turnout is concerned, strong numbers expected to pick up as the day progresses and as the sun begins to go down. Back to you.
India is in a very sweet spot as we see how the global economy and the global challenges are. We are growing at a rapid pace, and I'm sure the new government that comes into play will make sure that the path continues, not only for 5 years, but even the years to come. And the economic agenda is pretty much set. Digital India is on its path, and we are seeing the way it has gone down into the last mile, as I call it, is helping the economy. So that's one thing that will happen. A bit on GST, we keep hearing that some simplification needs to be done, because that will also mitigate a lot of probably challenges that small and medium industries do face that.
Also a question, the space in which you operate, a highly regulated space, in terms of some of the low-hanging fruits that you would want the new government to perhaps try to address?
I think telecom pretty much, as we have seen, it's a ongoing process in that sense. Simplifications happen, some more bit will happen, and we've always said that as we are putting the networks and as we're creating the highways, the OTT players need to come and participate now in that growth. So that's one challenge that all the industry is facing, for that matter. The consumption is happening much more, which means the more broader highways, the more faster highways need to be done digitally. That's one challenge. We've gone back to the authorities. I'm sure they will look into it.
See, India is not on the verge of takeoff. It has already taken off. Is that more and more people are noticing us now, and noticing that yes, there is something of substance here. It's not just a one-off sort of a rocket which has gone into the space. So I think it's very important. My only belief is that we will get a government which will be stable, because I think our polity is mature, and the direction of growth, whoever comes will take it forward. But what we would like is a stable administration. We would like there to be development for everybody.
Sure.
So that's basically where I come from.
My one final question, June 4th, the result is not very far away. Post that, we'll see the formation of a new government. What, to your mind, are some of the urgent measures that the new government needs to look at to facilitate this journey forward, facilitate this takeoff further?
I think to get to real issues and solve issues of people, to simplify things, deregulate, to allow development to happen in a rapid way. A lot of stuff has already been done. We just need to keep on building on that.
Some more voices from India Inc. Chairman of Apollo Tyres, Onkar Singh Kanwar, is positive on the India story, Indian economy, and says there's a need for stable policies.
My only expectation is that we need a stable government and we need stable policies. And I'm sure, industry needs only stable policy and stable government.
Okay. So outlook for the Indian economy?
Looks positive.
Okay.
All the actions which are there already in place, it will be very positive and very progressive.
So last question to you is that you've been a resident of this place for long now. What are the kind of concerns that you think that MPs should take up?
I think the only concern is that every bungalow has been converted into apartments. And that is a very big concern, because parking has become a mess. Infrastructure is collapsing, especially in terms of, people have limited, facilities. So drainage is going to be a big challenge. Power is going to be a big problem. So these are the issues which needs to be tackled by the MPs.
Right, so infrastructure is one of the key concerns there in the national capital. What we are going to do is we'll slip into a short break, and we will come back with more election-related updates. Don't go away, stay tuned. Welcome back to CNBC TV 18. We continue our coverage as far as the election exchange is concerned. Let's shift our focus to Uttar Pradesh. The key constituencies here include Sultanpur, Pratapgarh, Allahabad, Azamgarh and Jaunpur. News 18's Sanket Mishra has some voters with him at the Jaunpur polling station. Sanket, over to you.
लोकसभा चुनाव को लेकर छठे चरण के लिए मतदान लगातार जारी है। इस समय हम हैं जौनपुर लोकसभा सीट पर और यहां पर आप देख सकते हैं मतदान के लिए लोग अपनी बारी का इंतजार कर रहे हैं। ये जौनपुर का एक बूथ है, कृषि निदेशक का, उप कृषि निदेशक का कार्यालय है और यहीं पर मतदान स्थल है। तो जाहिर सी बात है कि तमाम जो वोटर हैं वो मतदान करके जो निकले हैं, हम उनसे बात करने की कोशिश करते हैं। ये आप तस्वीरों में सबसे पहले देखें कि मतदान कर दिया है आप लोगों ने और उत्साहित भी हैं। चेहरे की मुस्कान बता रही है कि मतदान कर दिया है और मतदान के बाद उत्साहित हैं। लोकतंत्र के इस महापर्व में मतदान आप लोगों ने कर दिया है। किन मुद्दों को लेकर मतदान किया है?
हमारा समाज सशक्त हो, देश सशक्त हो, राष्ट्र सशक्त हो और विश्व में हमारा परचम लहराए, इस चीज को ध्यान में रखते जब मेरी सरकार ऐसी सशक्त होगी तो हमारा विश्व में परचम लहराएगा, इस उम्मीद के साथ हमने मतदान किया।
बिल्कुल, तो देश सशक्त हो, सरकार भी सशक्त हो। आपके क्या मुद्दे हैं, जौनपुर के क्या मुद्दे हैं, क्या विकास आप चाहते हैं, किन मुद्दों को लेकर आपने मतदान किया है?
देखिए, सबसे पहले तो देश सशक्त हो, नारी सशक्तिकरण का जो इतना कार्यक्रम चल रहा है, हमारी सरकार उस पर बहुत काम कर रही है। तो नारी सुरक्षा, नारी सशक्तिकरण ही।
नारी सशक्तिकरण, नारी है, महिला है, तो जाहिर सी बात है कि और ये फर्स्ट टाइम वोटर हैं। ये देखिए, ये इनके चेहरे की मुस्कान देखिए, पहली बार आपने मतदान किया है। किन मुद्दों को लेकर आप युवा हो, क्या लगता है कि जौनपुर में क्या कुछ नया होना चाहिए, क्या मुद्दे हैं आपके, किन मुद्दों पर आपने वोट किया है?
मेन तो हमारा मुद्दा यही है कि देश का विकास हो और एजुकेशन के फील्ड में सरकार थोड़ा और काम करे तो अच्छी बात है।
लोकतंत्र में संसद का चुनाव कभी भी स्थानीय मुद्दों पे नहीं लड़ा जाता है। संसद का चुनाव, लोकसभा का चुनाव हमेशा राष्ट्रीय मुद्दे पर लड़ा जाता है। और इस देश में पिछली सरकार ने ये विडंबना रही है कि देश में रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान के नाम पर चुनाव लड़े जाते रहे हैं। और इस चुनाव में जनता रोटी, कपड़ा और मकान के मुद्दे को भूल चुकी है। यहाँ तक कि सड़क, बिजली, पानी के मुद्दे को भूल चुकी है। शिक्षा, चिकित्सा, सुरक्षा के मुद्दे को भूल चुकी है। आज देश विकसित भारत के लिए वोट कर रहा है, सक्षम भारत के लिए वोट कर रहा है, संकल्प भारत के लिए वोट कर रहा है, एक मजबूत नेतृत्व के लिए वोट कर रहा है।
बिल्कुल, जाहिर सी बात है कि मतदाताओं की अपनी अपनी राय है, मिली जुली प्रतिक्रिया है। और हमने बात की महिलाओं से भी, पहली बार के वोटर से भी, और जिस तरीके से जौनपुर में मतदान के लिए लोग खासे उत्साहित हैं। लगातार यहाँ पर मतदान जारी है।
Right, moving on, polling is underway for 6 Lok Sabha constituencies and 42 assembly seats in Odisha. The key ones are Bhubaneswar, Puri, Cuttack, Sambalpur. Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik also exuded confidence in the BJD, saying that his party will be forming a solid government in the state to serve the people.
I request all voters, especially the young voters, to come out and vote and express their democratic franchise. I expect the Biju Janata Dal to have a great victory both in the assembly and in the parliament elections. We will form a very stable government in the state again because of the people of the state's blessings and the blessings of Lord Jagannath.
All right, let's now shift our focus to Haryana, where more than 2 crore voters will decide the fate of 223 candidates, including former Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar, 2 union ministers and Congress stalwarts, Kumari Shelja, who are in the fray for the 10 Lok Sabha seats, all of them. News 18's Ankit joins us now from Sirsa.
लोकसभा चुनाव को लेकर के मतदान चल रहा है और हम सिरसा लोकसभा सीट पर मौजूद हैं। सिरसा शहर के अंदर आप देख सकते हैं कि लंबी लंबी कतारें लगी हैं, लोग मतदान करने के लिए पहुंच रहे हैं, अपने बारी का इंतजार कर रहे हैं। ये जो लोकतंत्र का महापर्व है, सब लोग इसके अंदर हिस्सेदारी निभाना चाहते हैं, इसीलिए अपने घरों से निकले हैं। गर्मी बहुत है, लेकिन उसके बावजूद भी मतदाता अपनी जो जिम्मेदारी है उसको निभाना चाहता है, इसीलिए घर से बाहर निकले हैं। महिलाएं भी निकल रही हैं, पुरुष भी निकले हैं, जो नए वोटर हैं वो भी निकल रहे हैं। तो लगातार जो है वो मतदान की प्रक्रिया जारी है और आप देख सकते हैं कि एक एक करके अपनी बारी आने के ऊपर वो मतदान करते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। यहाँ से अगर बात की जाए तो डॉक्टर अशोक तंवर जो भाजपा की सीट पर चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं और कुमारी शैलजा जो कांग्रेस की टिकट पर चुनाव लड़ रही हैं, दोनों के बीच कड़ा मुकाबला यहाँ देखने को मिल रहा है। तो अब देख सकते हैं कि लगातार जो मतदान है वो होता जा रहा है। हम जो वोटर्स हैं उनसे भी जानेंगे कि क्या कहना चाहते हैं, क्या कहना चाहेंगे जी अब की बार मतदान के लिए।
वोट कर रहे हैं, अपना मताधिकार प्रयोग कर रहे हैं और देश हित में वोट कर रहे हैं और सबको वोट देना चाहिए।
तो कहीं ना कहीं मुद्दे हावी हैं या लोग ऊपर प्रधानमंत्री का चेहरा देख करके वोट कर रहे हैं?
सभी चीजें अपने अपने व्यू, अपने सबके अपने अपने व्यू।
प्रधानमंत्री का चेहरा देख के कर रहे हैं जी। देश का विकास किया है, डिफेंस को महत्व दिया है। आज तक डिफेंस हमारा जीरो था, पहली बार ऐसा हुआ है कि डिफेंस
काम को देख के करें हम तो जी।
काम को देख कर जी। तो यहाँ के लोकल जो उम्मीदवार खड़े हैं उनके चेहरा देख रहे हैं या ऊपर का चेहरा देख कर?
ऊपर का
दोनों ही चीजें जी, दोनों ही चीजें।
पहली बार वोट कर रहे हैं?
हाँ जी,
पहली बार। आप भी
पहली बार
वोट कर रहे हैं? तो यूथ क्या सोच रहा है आपकी बार?
फ्यूचर के बारे में सोच रहा है यूथ तो कि मतलब आगे देश का भविष्य कैसे है, कैसे आगे जाएगा, डेवलपमेंट की तरफ से ही है। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भी काफी पहले से डेवलप हो गया है, तो यूथ तो वही देख रहा है,
तो उसी को देख करके वोट कर रहे हैं। क्या कहना चाहेंगे बाबूजी?
बाबूजी ने क्या कहना जी? बाबूजी ने तो देखना भी व्यापारी ਦੇ ਹੱਥ 'ਚ ਕੌਣ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ।
व्यापारी ने टैक्स देना,
व्यापारी ਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਪਾਰਟੀਆਂ कोई भी आवे ਉਹਦੇ ਲਈ
बिल्कुल आप देख सकते हैं कि जो नए वोटर हैं उनका कहना है कि देश हित को देखते हुए वो वोट कर रहे हैं और जिन्होंने भी देश हित के अंदर काम किया है और जो करेंगे उनको देखकर ही वो वोट करने वाले हैं। तो लंबी लंबी कतारों में मतदाता जरूर निकल रहे हैं। ये बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि लोग अपने मत का जो एक जिम्मेवारी है उसको समझ रहे हैं और मतदान कर रहे हैं।
All right, let's shift our focus to Bihar now, where 8 seats are going to polls today, and they include high-stakes contests in Siwan, Gopalganj, and Paschim Champaran. News 18's Vinita Mishra gets us this ground report from Vaishali, and she also spoke to a few voters there. Vinita, what are the voters telling you? What are the key issues?
लोकसभा चुनाव के छठे चरण के तहत बिहार के वैशाली में सुबह 7 बजे से ही वोटिंग जारी है। वैशाली, जिसे लोकतंत्र की जननी भी कही जाती है, वैशाली जो महावीर की जन्मस्थली है, भगवान बुद्ध की कर्मभूमि है, उस वैशाली में सुबह 7 बजे से ही वोटिंग जारी है। सुरक्षा के पुख्ता इंतजाम है। शांतिपूर्ण मतदान सुबह 7 बजे से जारी है और यहाँ देख सकते हैं लोकतंत्र की जननी कही जाती है वैशाली में, और उसकी खूबसूरत तस्वीर भी यहाँ नजर आ रही है। महिला पुरुष वोटरों में गजब का उत्साह नजर आ रहा है। धूप बहुत तेज है, सूर्य की तलखी लोगों को परेशान कर रही है, बावजूद इसके महिला मतदाताओं का जो उत्साह है वो देखते बन रहा है। धूप बहुत ज्यादा है, बावजूद इसके वोट यानी अपना अधिकार उसे देने के लिए कतारबद्ध सुबह से ही ये खड़ी हैं। लगातार वोटर्स आ रहे हैं, जा रहे हैं, अपने मताधिकार का प्रयोग कर रहे हैं, वोट देने के लिए खड़ी हैं। जी। धूप तेज है जी, लेकिन वोट देना है जी। कितने घंटे हो गए लाइन में लगे हुए?
आधा घंटा हो गया हम लोग के।
आधा घंटे जी, लेकिन मतदान करना है एकदम जी। व्यवस्था ठीक है यहाँ पे?
हाँ है सर, क्या करें तो हम लोग अब,
लेकिन वोट देना है
जी, देना है
बिल्कुल। तो यहाँ देखिए जो महिला मतदाता है काफी उत्साहित नजर आ रही हैं। लंबी कतारें हैं, धूप से बचने के लिए अपने साड़ी का पल्लो अपने सर पे डाली हुई है, कुछ छाता लेकर आई हुई हैं और इनका उत्साह बता रहा है कि इसे ऐसे ही लोकतंत्र की जननी वैशाली को नहीं कही जाती। बिहार की 8 सीटों पर सुबह 7 बजे से वोटिंग जारी है। वैशाली प्रमुख माना जा रहा है क्योंकि यहाँ पर जो वर्तमान सांसद है वीणा देवी एक बार फिर से एनडीए उम्मीदवार हैं, जबकि महागठबंधन की तरफ से मुन्ना शुक्ला चुनावी मैदान में है। कड़ा जो मुकाबला है वो देखने को मिल रहा है। तमाम जो वोटर्स हैं अपने अपने मुद्दों पर वोट दे रहे हैं। किसी को विकास चाहिए, कोई जाति के नाम पर वोट दे रहा है। अपने अपने मुद्दे लेकर सुबह से ही वोटरों का उत्साह वैशाली में साफ तौर पर देखते बन रहा है।
Right, moving on, my colleague Shivani spoke to Vinod Paul, member of Niti Aayog, and his wife on their voting experience. They spoke about their expectations from the new government.
To cast a vote, cast your vote is a duty. It's a dharma, and therefore we all have to reach the polling stations and exercise your right, your blessed duty, and that's what both of us have just done. I appeal to people to come out in a democracy. The right to vote is the very foundation, and we all play a role in electing effective governments that take care of people, governments that strengthen the nation. And that's the day, today is the day in Delhi to be able to contribute toward that goal and that mission.
Ma'am, I would want to ask you about women. What are women voters looking for when it comes to the new government? What are the issues that specifically women think that should be brought to the fore?
So actually it's divided, you know, it's like the rural women have a different outlook and different needs, and similarly for the urban people. But basically because larger part of India is rural, so I'd like to give a message to the rural women that they should think, you know, what is best for them, and they should look at an able leader who can deliver their needs. For example, good sanitation, electricity, and, you know, household chores, how they can be helpful, and including their budget. So if they don't come and vote, nothing is going to change. So let's look and at least give it a try to find a suitable person. So all women voters, they should finish their household chores, come at a suitable time, whatever is okay. It's a huge time, right from 8 o'clock onwards, and heat should not be a barrier. They can carry whatever has been told, you know, especially the water bottles, and they can come and vote, and they should vote, because this is their fundamental right, and they have a right to electing a government which should be for the benefit of them as well as the nation.
Okay. Sir, my last question to you is, a lot of first-time voters this time around. What is your message? What should they think about when they choose a government?
Well, they should really be fortunate. They are fortunate, and they should be really thinking about making our nation Viksit. That's the goal which encompasses all our aspirations, our economic prosperity, our welfare, inclusive growth, education, and the stature of India on the planet, in the partnership of the world.
Right, with that, it's a wrap on our coverage of Phase 6 elections for now. But stay tuned to CNBC, because through the day we will be covering the latest election updates, not just on TV, but on our social media platforms as well. Thank you for watching this broadcast. Stay tuned. We'll be back.